some stuff. Gosh, 12 chunks. Why? Why game? Anyway, hey everybody, what's going on? Sean here and welcome to my first ever mod review, and it's still really laggy, probably because I'm recording with a mod. In case you don't know what a mod is for Minecraft, it is something that adds in, normally it adds in armor, weapons, mobs, and sometimes blocks. As you can see, hopefully you know what this is. This is the Triforce and the Master Sword, meaning, obviously, we're doing the Legend of Zelda plus Skills mod, which in my opinion is the best Zelda mod. Link will be in the description to download this mod, and it adds in a bunch of different weapons, Link's normal armors. This is mainly based off of Ocarina of Time. So, yeah. However, it does have elements that are used in the Skyward Sword game. Hopefully you know what Zelda is, because Skyward Sword was awesome. It was the 25th anniversary Zelda game. Anyway, yeah, I'm kind of getting off topic. I'm very excited to see what this is. I know I haven't posted in a while, and shoot, I forgot to start like a timer or something. I'll just like subtract a minute. I'll just add a minute to it. Anyway, let's get started. What the? Anyway, let's get started. Also, another thing this thing adds in, dungeons, which you need keys for, although I'll get to those last. Starting off, we have the armors, including the Kokiri hat, tunic, and trousers, the Goron hat, tunic, and trousers, and the Zora hat, tunic, and trousers. Kokiri hat, tunic, trousers, and I'll just keep these boots on the entire time until I have to get to these boots. These things add /game mode s. They add in total 6 hearts. Well, 5.5 if you don't count the boots. So 5.5 hearts. They don't have any special effects. It says the Hero of Time's classic look, very sturdy for a homespun cloth. And let's get back to game mode C. And yeah, so pretty simple armor. Gonna just take this off, put it back in. Gotta keep this organized. Next up is the Goron hat, tunic, and trousers, which I do actually have a little showcase, because a tunic made from the Dodongo scales grants resistance to fire. Keep it shiny with magma cream. I'm not actually sure where magma cream is. Let me check. Is it one of the Zelda items? Is it a treasure? Might be a treasure. I can't see it. But yeah, a lot of the treasures, as you can see, this game is very reminiscent of Ocarina of Time. Because as you can see, if you know anything about Zelda, a lot of the treasures are based off of the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time trading quest, where basically you had to keep on trading stuff over and over and over until you could finally get what you were looking for, which was a very powerful sword, even stronger than the true Master Sword, which this is not the true Master Sword, it's the Master Sword with, I guess, what you could call hidden potential. Anyway, let's jump into game mode S and test this out. As you can see, it grants resistance to fire, meaning I do not take any damage whatsoever. However, the second I were to remove the tunic, I would instantly burn to death. But yeah, also when you're in fire, because you're not necessarily taking damage, the only thing that actually gets damaged is your tunic, which admittedly kind of sucks. It would be kind of funny if you took damage when you were in water wearing this, but then again, that wouldn't actually make sense. Speaking of water, let's put this back in and move on to the Zora hat, tunic, and trousers, which is my favorite piece of armor because I like the color blue. So the second I got this in Ocarina of Time, I just kept it on the entire game, the entire rest of the game. When you jump into water, you don't breathe, or you don't, the second a bubble pops, it just refills. So that's a very useful piece of armor to have. As far as I know, there is no actual crafting recipes for these, because no matter how much I checked on like the wiki and stuff, I just couldn't find any crafting recipes for this stuff. Anyway, moving on from tunics and stuff, gotta take off these boots, because next we're going to focus on the boots. Those boots were just basic boots, didn't really do anything that special. These grant 1 heart Plus, they are very heavy, meaning you sink into water instantly, pretty much. But for some reason, also, you drop very quickly. I'm not jumping into that because I don't want to die in a mod showcase. Whoa. Not really. I'm probably going to split this up into parts, considering this is probably going to take a while. Next up is the hover boots, which I actually have to get to, but I didn't realize. Oh, never mind. You just jump and you float in air for a bit. They're kind of useful. All you really have to do is jump. That's it. Yeah, I'm definitely splitting this into parts, considering it's technically already been 5 minutes and I'm still on the armor, which is the least of our problems. Look at how many weapons there are, and all of this, all of that. This is actually the skills part of the mod. This. We already went over these. So yeah, the hover boots are checked off, and we can move on to the rubber boots, which I have no idea what they do. They say not very conductive, so I'm assuming there is a mob called the lightning keys, which keys are just bats, so those over there are keys, and I'm assuming you don't take shock damage from them. Like, you take much less shock damage. So let's just put those up. They're very simple, basically repainted Kokiri boots. Next up, the Pegasus boots, giving you speed and jump. Very useful. Like I said, I have no way to craft these that I know of. As far as I'm concerned, over there is a dungeon. You can find everything there. Like, there are tons of dungeons in every world. If you spawn in a random generated world with this mod, you are pretty much guaranteed to find a dungeon. Heck, it took me 2 minutes and I already found 2, and they're right next to each other. One over there and one over there. So I'll probably split this into 3 parts because it's already been 7 minutes, and like I said, I was still only on the armor. I should probably switch to game mode C. If I switch back to game mode S, will I still don't have that much hunger. Anyway, on to the weapons, which there are a lot of, starting with, I guess, shields. The shields, I don't think, spawning the enemies, Octoroks, I guess. Hey, stop it. Whoa, oh, I forgot. Oh, jeez, gotta keep my guards up. Punch. Oh, shoot. Game mode C. Oh, shoot. That's not good. Oh, wait a minute. I think actually that all my stuff was over there. Yeah, like I said, it's not very far away. But I can't believe I died in my own mod showcase. We're off to a great beginning for this thing, and it's already been 8 minutes, and I haven't really been over that much. Where is all my stuff? Oh, why did you all just go flying? Seriously, where the heck is my other shield? Guess I gotta go back into combat and pull out the mirror shield. Surface is extremely reflective. Honestly, I don't know what purpose this serves, because other than maybe bouncing back stuff, like the Octorok attacks. But yeah, as far as I know, shields, unless you have a certain mod that gives you slots for 2 items, like it's a certain mod, I've been trying to use it. I don't actually know how to download it, but it gives you like these 2 different slots where you can use weapons. Anyway, onto the weapons, and I'll probably end it after these, and then I'll move on to the next part where I will quickly, speedily as I can, go through all of this and then tackle the dungeons in maybe a 3rd part. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of parts. Anyway, onto the weapons. First we got the Kokiri sword, Ordon sword, Giant's knife, Bigoron sword, the Master sword, Tempered sword, Golden sword, and True Master sword. All of these are swords, obviously. I'm actually going to test them against vanilla Minecraft mobs, just because they're much easier to deal with than other mobs. So yeah, a zombie to the Kokiri sword. Dies in 4 hits, and he has 5 attack damage. Next up, it's the Ordon sword, which is basically an iron sword. Heck, it's not even retextured. It's just an iron sword. Next up, the Giant's Knife, which it's actually very... What did I just pick up? Apparently, enemies drop power-ups. I need to look into more on this mod before I actually do a review on it. Anyway, yeah, so I guess next up we have the Big Goron sword, which does 12 attack damage just like the Giant's Knife, but it's much sturdier. Apparently they die in one hit to it. I wish it had a bigger fire rate. Next up is the Master's Sword, created by the goddess Hylia. It is actually weaker than the Big Goron sword. All swords are weaker than the Big Goron sword. There's only one type of item in the game that's stronger, and that is actually hammers, but we'll get into those a bit. Next, they died in 2 hits, apparently. Next up, we have the Tempered Sword, which, from what I can tell, there's apparently supposed to be a fairy that can enchant your Master Sword to make it a Tempered Sword, but I have no... Oh, wait, oh my gosh, the Big Goron sword is actually bigger. I never noticed that. Let me, test it out in F5. Yeah, it is bigger. Oh, shoot. I hate it when that happens. Heck, it's actually much bigger. Look at that. I never noticed that. I just thought it was retextured. Anyway, but yeah, the Tempered and Golden Sword, I believe, are enchants to the... Because this one said blessed by the Divine Fairy and reforged for a finer edge. True Master Sword. I have no idea how to find that, actually. Because if you go into the dungeon where the Master Sword resides, it's just going to be a Master Sword. It's not going to be a special. It's not going to be the True Master Sword, which is actually the strongest weapon out of the swords. And only one hammer is actually just barely stronger than it. Anyway, so let's test out the Tempered Sword. Next up, the Golden Sword. They die in 2 hits to those. Next up comes the True Master Sword. They die in 2 hits to all of these. I have no idea why they die in 1 hit to the Big Goron sword. Maybe it's just a thing. Anyway, that's all the weapons. Well, at least that's all of these weapons. So we can just put them back now. I don't really care where they go. I'm just trying to speed through this. We also have, second, trying to get back my timer. The Broken Giant's Knife, Broken Ordon Sword, and Broken Kokiri Sword. Because yes, these swords are the only ones that can actually break. This one breaks much easier than the other two, though. The Giant Big Goron Sword. However, I would have liked it if they actually made it bigger, like the hilt. Because when you break it, it shrinks. It breaks and then it shrinks. But yeah, they all do 2 attack damage. Now, onto what really counts. The hammers, the strongest weapons in the mod. Let's spawn in a zombie and test out the hammer. Basic hammer. They have extreme knockback, which is very good. Next up, the skull hammer, plus 12 damage. And boom, dead in 2 hits. Finally, the Megaton hammer, which knocks them back the farthest, and dead in 2 hits. Powerful. This, I think I actually have to get out a diamond pick for this, or just any pick. This is a pedestal, because if you check Zelda blocks, it is the sword pedestal. There are 2 of them. This one is for the True Master Sword, I believe. This one's for, I think, any old sword. No, I think this one's just for the Master Sword in general, because I don't think you can actually pull the True Master Sword. I think it actually you have to do something with maybe the Golden Sword. Anyway, I'm going to go into game mode S. Mind this quickly, and yes, oh shoot. Probably should have put on armor, or kept on some armor. Game mode C, there. Now they don't even know I'm here. So, yeah, that's it, basically. In the next part, we will be going over the Zelda treasures, potions, and other useful those. Oh, also, the long-range weapons will be in the next episode. So will the treasures, these, skills, as well as this, masks, and keys, and mobs. So I will have a lot to go over. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to hit up that comment button. Be sure to hit up that like button and subscribe for even more mod showcases. I'm hoping to do more, as well as a series I have planned, a survival mod series. And it's a pretty cool mod. It's very interesting. However, it's kind of not enough to deserve a proper review. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Like I said, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time.